The story begins with a girl named Sayaka Kudo, who studies in middle school. However, she has no friends. She feels nervous talking to people, and her classmates often bully her. She has two younger siblings, a brother named Ryuta and a sister named Mayumi. Her father only pays attention to Ryuta because he believes that one day he will become a great baseball player. Both sisters mostly stay with their mother, who takes very good care of them. All of Sayaka's classmates have some kind of dream in their lives, but Sayaka does not want to do anything because she has no particular desire or goal. She is also not good at studies. One day, while on the playground, a ball hits her on the head. After this incident, the principal calls her mother and says that they cannot keep a girl like Sayaka in the school. The teachers believe that she has some mental issues and should go to a special school. Sayaka's mother sincerely requests them to give her daughter one more chance, but the principal ignores her and refuses to listen. While returning home, Sayaka's mother notices two schoolgirls and comments that their uniforms are very beautiful. Because of this, Sayaka gets admitted to that same school. On her first day, Sayaka feels very nervous. She is afraid that her new classmates will treat her the same way as the old ones did. However, to her surprise, everyone treats her kindly, especially a group of 3 girls who quickly become her friends. They teach her how to fold her skirt to make it look shorter and more stylish. In the restroom, they fix her makeup and hair and include her in their group. As the girls grow older, they become Gyaru. Gyaru are girls who follow Western fashion styles. They usually dye their hair blonde and wear short clothes. They often dress up, go to parties, drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, and completely ignore their studies. Their homeroom teacher, Mr. Nishimura, scolds them every day and believes that these girls will never get into college. Most of the time, Sayaka returns home in the morning when her father and brother are outside exercising. Over time, her relationship with her father is almost completely broken. He only talks to her when he wants to scold her, and Sayaka completely ignores him. However, her mother always stands by her side and supports her, even if she does not fully understand her lifestyle. Sayaka's life begins to change on the first day of her second year at school. On that day, Mr. Nishimura finds a hidden pack of cigarettes in her school bag. She is immediately sent to the principal's office to be punished. Her mother is called, and all of Sayaka's actions are revealed. Once again, her mother requests the principal to let her daughter stay in the school. She argues that a school's job is not to benefit only from the smartest students, but to educate even the weakest ones. After repeated requests, the school finally agrees and gives Sayaka a 1-month suspension as punishment. Now, with a lot of free time on her hands, she dyes her hair blonde. Her mother advises her to try getting into a university. Deep down, she truly believes that if Sayaka puts in the effort, she can succeed. To prepare for university entrance exams, her mother sends her to a cram school. The teacher there, Mr. Tsubata, is surprised to see a girl like Sayaka wanting to study under him. Still, he encourages her and accepts the challenge of getting her into Keio University, which is considered one of the most famous and difficult universities in Japan. Hearing this, Sayaka laughs, thinking that a girl like her could never be selected there. To assess her academic level, Mr. Tsubata gives her a test. Sayaka scores 0 out of 100. Despite this, the teacher is happy because she at least attempted every question, while most students would have given up. After evaluating her, he tells her that her level is equivalent to that of a 4th grade student. Therefore, he decides to start teaching her from middle school basics. The next day, Sayaka goes to a restaurant with her friends, but she keeps studying the entire time. Her friends are both surprised and happy to see her working so hard for something. After 1 week at the cram school, she scores 5 out of 100 for the first time. Mr. Tsubata is pleased with this result and encourages her to work even harder. He is a great teacher who never makes his students feel stupid and always motivates them. However, he faces many challenges with Sayaka because she lacks even basic knowledge, such as understanding simple directions. Meanwhile, Sayaka's father refuses to pay for her cram school fees because they are very expensive. He also does not believe that she can ever get into a university. On the other hand, her mother is determined to work harder and take full responsibility for Sayaka's education expenses. There is also another student named Reiji, who is quite similar to Sayaka and has no interest in studies. His parents are lawyers and want him to follow in their footsteps, but Reiji is only interested in playing video games. Mr. Tsubata asks him if he knows about revenge, which sparks his interest. Reiji then decides that he will study hard, go to law school, and prove himself to his father. As the days pass, Sayaka starts making significant progress. However, Mr. Tsubata wants to push her even further. To do this, he comes up with a fun teaching method. For every wrong answer, Sayaka has to remove 1 layer of makeup from her face. He also promises that if she scores a perfect 100 out of 100 in her middle school English test, he will show her an embarrassing photo from his childhood. From that day on, Sayaka begins studying all the time, and eventually, she manages to score full marks on the test. As promised, Mr. Tsubata shows his childhood photo to everyone and tells them that he himself was once an average student. That is why he wants to help others like them. After this, Sayaka dyes her hair back to black and starts going to school again. When Mr. Nishimura finds out that she wants to go to a university, he jokingly says that if Sayaka succeeds, he will dance naked in the school playground. Sayaka takes this as a challenge, and it further boosts her determination. One day, Sayaka and Reiji are standing outside a restaurant when they see Mr. Tsubata meeting Mr. Nishimura. It is then revealed that Mr. Nishimura is actually paying for the cram school fees, and he does not want Mr. Tsubata to teach a weak student like Sayaka. He believes that the reputation of the class is more important than a student's future. Mr. Tsubata argues with him and says that he has complete faith in Sayaka and is confident that she will get into the university of her choice. Seeing someone stand up for her like a father figure brings tears to Sayaka's eyes. At home, Mrs. Kudo notices that since joining the cram school, her daughter has become a better person. The next day, Mr. Tsubata calls her and discusses Sayaka's progress. He tells her that Sayaka is one of the fastest learning students he has ever seen. However, there is not much time left before the university entrance exams, so she will have to attend cram school 6 days a week. This will be very expensive, but despite that, Mrs. Kudo takes a loan from her relatives to pay the fees. When Sayaka finds out about this, she feels deeply hurt that her mother is going through so much trouble because of her. One day, her friends invite her to a restaurant. She goes, but spends the entire time studying. Later, they take her to a hot spring and tell her that they will meet again only after her exams because they understand how hard she is working. Sayaka breaks down in tears and thanks them for their understanding. After a few months, Sayaka finally reaches high school level books and has to learn how to write essays. Mr. Tsubata gives her several books and asks her to watch a lot of news. As the studies become more difficult, it becomes harder for her to concentrate. To show her strong determination, she even cuts her hair short. For weeks, she studies so hard that she often feels sleepy during school classes. One day, Mr. Nishimura grabs her by the hair to wake her up and calls her mother, saying that even after suspension, her daughter has not improved. However, Mrs. Kudo replies that Sayaka is no longer the same girl she was a few months ago. The next day at cram school, Reiji arrives with black hair, glasses, and a completely changed appearance. When asked, he explains that Sayaka inspired him to work harder. After being inspired, Sayaka takes her first mock entrance exam. When the results come out, she feels very disappointed because she scores only 60 out of 100, while she needs at least 70 to get into her desired university. Mr. Tsubata considers this a big achievement because just a few months ago, she used to score 0. However, Sayaka feels that even after working so hard, it is still not enough. When she returns home, she sees her father physically fighting with her brother Ryuta because he has said that he no longer wants to play baseball. In anger, Ryuta pushes his father and shouts that he never wanted to play baseball in the first place. After that, he runs away from home and does not return that night. The next day, Sayaka takes another mock exam, but once again, she fails to achieve the required score. Due to stress and lack of sleep, it starts affecting her badly, and she begins to lose her motivation to study. Mr. Tsubata tries to encourage her, but his overly positive attitude only makes Sayaka more frustrated. She yells at him and runs away from the cram school. For the next 2 days, she does not leave her room. One night, Ryuta returns home and tells his father that he has quit the school baseball team. It is revealed that Mr. Kudo had once dreamed of becoming a baseball player himself, but had to give up on it. Since then, he wanted his son to become the greatest player in the world. Seeing his dream shatter again, he gets angry and hits Ryuta, telling him to come to his senses. Mrs. Kudo becomes so distressed that she breaks a car window in an attempt to stop her husband. In the chaos, Ryuta runs away from home once again. Mrs. Kudo then reveals an old incident, explaining that the night before an important match, Ryuta had an asthma attack because he was afraid of being scolded if he did not perform well. She criticizes her husband for being a bad father to all of their children. After this, Sayaka asks her mother to accompany her on a university field trip. The next day, they visit the university campus, and Sayaka is amazed by what she sees. Mrs. Kudo wishes that her daughter could one day live a life like the hard-working students walking through the halls at night. Sayaka returns to her cram school and meets Mr. Tsubata. She apologizes to him and thanks him for his patience. She promises that she will start attending classes again from the next day. A week later, Sayaka takes her third mock exam, but she is too afraid to check the results. When she returns home, she sees her father burning all the baseball equipment that he had bought for Ryuta. He has realized his mistakes and now wants to become a better father. He promises that whatever his children want to do in life, he will support them. As the whole family shares an emotional moment together, Sayaka prepares to reveal the result of her latest mock exam. Sayaka shows her result, and she has scored 65 marks. Her parents feel prouder of her than ever before. Soon, the day of the entrance exam arrives. Due to heavy snowfall, the roads are blocked, and even the bus routes are closed. In a surprising moment, Sayaka's father offers to drop her himself, something he had never really done before. On the way, he tells her to give her best and not worry about the fees because he has taken care of everything. After dropping her off, he cheers for his daughter for the very first time in his life. Sayaka gives the exam with all her effort and returns home the same day. After that, she goes to the cram school and tells everyone that it is her last day. She does not want to come back to share her result because she is afraid of disappointing Mr. Tsubata. She asks him to sign her dictionary so that she can feel his presence whenever she studies. Before leaving, she gives him a letter, thanking him for believing in her and for helping her become who she is today. A few days later, she checks her result online and sees that she has failed. She calls Mr. Tsubata and tells him the news, but he refuses to give up. He suggests that they can appeal to have her answer sheet rechecked under the university's rules. However, Sayaka loses hope and decides not to apply, but Mr. Tsubata submits the appeal on her behalf. For the next few days, she spends time with her friends, trying to return to her old lifestyle, but she still feels empty inside. Then one day, she checks her result again and is shocked to see that she has been accepted into Keio University. Overwhelmed with happiness, she immediately rides her bicycle to the cram school and meets Mr. Tsubata. When she tells everyone about her selection, the entire class bursts into cheers. Both Sayaka and Mr. Tsubata are unable to hold back their tears. In the final scene, Mr. Nishimura is seen fulfilling his promise by posing for photos in the school playground in a humiliating way. Later, it is shown that he is being taken to jail. And in this way, the heroine gets admission and, after meeting her parents, she gets ready for her university. With this happy ending, our movie comes to an end. Don't forget to subscribe for the next video, and comment your favorite character. Thanks!